Welcome to the Geeky Girls Knit Podcast. I'm Cece, also known as Java Pearl.
I'm Dammy, also known as Dammy's Doodles.
And we're glad to have you today. Today is Wednesday, the 18th of October, 2017, and this is episode 264. We'd like to say a big welcome back. We love you guys. To all our returning viewers, and a big hi to any new viewers. Thanks for giving us a shot. We hope you enjoy the show. Dammy, we had a couple people introduce themselves this week in the Ravelry group. Why don't you give them a shout out?
Okay. Joanna, who is Angel 8 from Arizona, and Jess, who is Musical Magpie from Ontario.
Yes, welcome.
That's in Canada.
It is in Canada. Thanks for introducing yourselves. Dammy, if somebody's not a member of our Ravelry group, what should they do and why?
You should join and introduce yourself in our introductions thread, because we will give you a shout out on our next episode, and you'll be able to participate in all our owls and giveaways.
That's right. Well, we have quite a few things to talk about today, including a new pattern release. And baby kitties. Not ours, but we're going to talk about baby kitties because they're so fun. So we probably should get started. Here we go.
And now we're going to talk about what is on our needles.
What is on your needles, Dammy?
Still the same thing from last week, the sample for our Tickled Pink book.
1 of 8 samples.
Yes.
Because you're designing 4 patterns and I'm designing 4 patterns.
Yes, and you've gotten a lot of progress on your stuff already, and I'm still on this one. Like, it's simple, but I need to do the heel and then the leg.
Okay. Do you want to tell them needles and what yarn is?
It's on US 1.5, 2.5 millimeter needles, and the yarn is Neighborhood Fiber Co.
Yes. Yeah, but you're making progress on it, and I love how it's turning out. I probably need to wind the next thing of yarn for you, so you'll be ready to jump in on the next one.
What's the next thing?
Well, there's 2 different options, because we're waiting for the 4th yarn still.
Oh. I already know what I'm doing with one of them, so how about you do that one? Because I don't know what I'm doing with the other one yet.
Okay, I can definitely do that. Remind me after we get done recording. So when we left the UK, we gave my, our Swift and ball winder to my bestie Katie, and we haven't bought new ones since we've been here, so Gigi of the Knitmore Girls taught me how to do, to wind center pull balls, and so I've been doing that with stuff that needs to be wound in the meantime, so, yep. All right, do you have anything else on the needles?
Nope.
Okay.
So what's on your needles?
I have 3 things on the needles right now. First up is my Autumn Leaves socks. This is my French Vanilla Cappuccino sock pattern. I'm on US 1.5, 2.5 mil needles, and the yarn is All About Yarn Cuddly Owl sock, and it's the Autumn Leaves sock blank. Oh, sorry, sweetheart. So I showed y'all last week, the first sock is completely done, and the second sock, the heel is done, and I've probably got about 20 rows on the leg done, covering up the stitch marker. I'll show you it in a little while. So I'm making good progress on these. These I think will probably be done by the time we record again next week. So that. Okay, then I've cast on a new thing. So I'm using the Fuss Free Festival Shawl pattern by Louise Tilbrook. I'm on US 6's 4 mil needles, and the yarn is Ginger's Hand Dyed BFL Rock Sock in the Birdie on the Shoulder colorway.
Is it just a garter stitch pattern?
Yes, but this is what I'm about to talk to you about. So I've cast it on, and I've been knitting, because it's just, it's a fairly simple garter stitch crescent shawl, because she designed it that way so that it would be something easy you could knit when you go to yarn festivals. However, yesterday, I think,
You want to take it out?
I don't know. Yesterday, she released a pattern called Worth the Fuss Shawl, abbreviated WTF.
Yes, you're very funny.
I know, I'm very funny. So it is pretty much the same shawl pattern, but with eyelets added in. And I was thinking, maybe that would be a good idea to do, because since this yarn is tonal, there's no like, oh, let me get to the next color, or... You know what I'm saying? So I'm afraid I'm going to get really, really bored with it. So I'm knitting this as a gift for a friend. So I'm thinking I may switch to that, but not rip out, because I don't know where in the process I start the eyelets. So I can just modify it. And if they're already supposed to be eyelets, I can just modify it and just go from here.
Okay.
What do you think?
Sure.
I think that's what I'm going to do. I love Louise's patterns. They're always so lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So I think that's what I'm going to do is switch over to that. And she's having a sale. I think she's still having a sale on the pattern. I need to check. So I think that's what I'm going to do is, if I was doing a variegated yarn or a self-striping or whatever, I think I would just keep doing what I'm doing, but I'm just afraid I'm going to get bored since it's just that tonal color. Mm-hmm. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And then I also cast on a pattern for our new book. We haven't named the patterns yet, so we're just kind of like tickled pink shawl, tickled pink socks, just yeah. There's going to be quite a few sock patterns, and there's 4 sock patterns, mm-hmm. a hat pattern, a cowl, a shawl,
wrap,
and a wrap pattern. So there will be sock patterns out of each of the 4 yarns, and then the others, it will vary. Mm-hmm. So the one I'm working on right now, I just cast it on yesterday, and I'm so in love with it. I'm doing it on US 5s, 3.75 mil needles, and I'm using Suburban Stitcher sock yarn. And it is a 2 colorway thing, and it's speckled yarn, and it's so pretty. So yeah, I worked on it quite a bit yesterday, and I'm just absolutely in love with how it's turning out. So yeah, so we'll be showing all the tickled pink stuff to you in the spring when the book releases. And that is everything I have on my needles. So I think we're ready to move on to the next segment.
And now we're going to talk about her finished projects.
Yes, I have 2, but I can't show you one of them. This is this week's Preemie Hat, number 42 for the year. It's from my free top-down Preemie Hat pattern on Ravelry. It's on US 6s 4 mil needles. The yarn is Bijou Spun by Bijou Basin Ranch Himalayan Trail in the autumn colorway, and Malabrio yarn sock in the lettuce colorway. I'm not totally in love with the pom-pom, but I didn't have enough green to do a full pom-pom. So I added the orange in there, and I'm not totally in love with it, but it's fine. So, and I made this hat a little bit bigger because I was trying to use up all of the autumn colorway in this hat. And then the other thing, which I cannot show you, is a collaboration that I'm doing with Julia of Pandia's Jewels. I'm temporarily calling these beach socks. They were on US 1.5, 2.5 mil needles, and the yarn is Pandia's Jewels hand-dyed yarn in the snug base. And on the snug base. It is pouring rain outside.
It's not pouring.
Yeah, it is. Look.
That's not pouring.
It's pouring. It's pouring. It's raining, it's pouring. The old man was snoring. Mm-hmm. So stay tuned, and I'll get y'all information about that collaboration as soon as the details are worked out. And that's everything that I finished this week. So we should move on to the next segment. And now it's time for our favorite part of the show, Yummies. What are yummies, Sammy?
Yummies are our current favorite things we like, things we want to talk to you about.
Yummies. And this is all Dammy's fault. So Dammy and the Hubs have this thing about watching animal videos.
He finds animal videos on his Facebook and shows them to me.
Yes. What did we... the pandas, the baby pandas. There was like 30-something of them. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. But Dammy yesterday was like, Mama, have you seen this account on Instagram? And I was like, no. And then I proceeded to melt. So the link for this is in the show notes, but it's Whiskers in Purrs, Whiskers in Purrs. And this is about a woman named Christy who fosters kitties. Okay, you guys ready for this? Oh my gosh.
The sound is on. Oops.
So these the babies that she currently has, she has 5 baby kitties with their mom, and they all have C names. I can't remember what they all are. I think Casey is the biggest kitty.
Cassie is the mama.
Okay.
And then there's Clark, Calvin, Carter, Casey, and I don't remember the girl.
Can't remember either. But somebody abandoned the mama kitty, and they were found later with the baby kitties. And so she's fostering them, and they're adorable. I just melt every time I watch one of them. So if you like baby kitties, and she also has some bigger cats.
Kittens. They're still kittens, but they're not newborns.
Yeah. But oh my gosh, when she feeds them with the bottle, because mama doesn't have enough milk. And so she's supplementing with the bottle. So, if you like baby kitties, you should go, you should go follow that account. So, by now, everyone who pre-ordered the Geeky Girls Knit 5th Potterversary kits has received them. And so, we'll be releasing the pattern when this episode goes live tomorrow, Thursday, the something. 19th, that would be it. So I was going to show you, I don't have everything that was in the kit here with me, but I was going to show you some of it. So one thing is this Progress Keeper made by Ann Tudor, and it's a cupcake with pink sprinkles with GGK on it. Isn't that cute? And
it's glass.
It is glass. It's lovely. We did Geeky Girls Knit tote bags, and I love these because it's got the pockets for drinks, and it's a zipper. So, everybody got that. Everybody got a skein of yarn from Jenny of All About Yarn. It's pinks and purples and sparkles. And then we put coffee candy in, which we've eaten all the leftovers. We put a sheet of Geeky Cat stickers, which are somewhere, my copy is somewhere. I'm not sure where it is at the moment. Was that everything?
I believe so. The pattern.
The sock pattern. I think that was everything. So, it was a lot of fun to do this kit, but the pattern is now releasing. So this is the Geeky Girls Knit 5th Potterversary sock pattern. It's on a reverse stockinette background. And there are pairs of Geeky glasses up the front and the back. And then in the cuff, there are these tiny little cables that represent Dammy and I sharing our lives with y'all. So, this pattern, like I said, is releasing Thursday the 19th. And for through Monday the 23rd of October, you can get 25% off the pattern with the code GGK5, all uppercase GGK5. And this was a lot of fun. I love how it turned out. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So I hope y'all like it. So if you didn't pre-order the kit, go and get your copy. There's a gnat. Go and get your copy of the pattern now while you get a discount on it. Anything you want to say?
No.
No. So there's that. All right. Do we have anything else other than our normal stuff?
I don't think so.
Okay. Let's talk about hashtag GGK Crafty Pad. What is it, Dammy?
It stands for Geeky Girls Knit Crafty Photo a Day Challenge. We have a list of photo prompts for each month. So you take a look at the prompt for that day, take a picture related to it, and post it anywhere you like. But we pick our favorites from Instagram.
That's right. So we're still continuing through our October list, which is celebrating birthdays. Oh, yes. Thank you, everybody who bought patterns in our birthday sale. We hope you enjoy them. So birthdays, autumn, stuff like that. I think we'll have the new list out ready for next week for November. So watch for that. But we are about to show them some pictures, Dammy. What are we showing them?
2 photos from us that we liked and 5 photos from other people that we liked.
So here come the photos. So those were our favorite photos. Great job, everybody. It's never too late to join in. Take a look at the prompt for the day. Today's prompt is a good thing, I think.
Yes.
And interpret that however you wish. We're very cheater friendly on this. Take a photo, post it on Instagram. You make sure you use hashtag #GGKCraftyPad in the caption, because that's how we find your photos and yours might get chosen. All right, Dami, we have 2 events upcoming that we're going to be attending. First up is Vogue Knitting Live. We'll be there on Saturday, the 4th of November in Seattle. And what's the other one?
The other one is Knit Fit Seattle. We'll be there on Saturday, the 11th of November.
That's right. So if you are going to be there, let us know. We'd love to say hi. So, all right. Well, we have quite a lot to talk about in the next segment, so we probably should move on.
And now we're going to talk about what we are reading, watching, and listening to.
So what are you reading?
I am still reading The Hunchback of Notre Dame by Victor Hugo.
Okay.
It's very sad.
Yes. It is.
Yeah. That's it.
That's all you have to say about it. Oh, I forgot I was going to say in Yummies, the shawl I'm wearing. Sorry, it just popped into my head. So this is the Harmonized shawl by Rosemary Hill. And the yarn is Knit Picks palette in 5 of the 10 coffee shop sampler colorways. And then the pink is Little Yellow Uke in the Corporate Rebel colorway. And we finally had time to block it. So, yay, I think this is going to be my go-to shawl for the autumn and winter. So, okay, I'm still reading Uninvited by Lisa Turkhurst. And then fiction-wise, I finished reading books 4 through 6 of the Sweetland Witch series by Zoe Arden. I read the 50th book in the A Shade of Vampire series called A Clash of Storms by Bella Forrest, and I'm very glad that we are done with this storyline. So, and she is releasing another book in the series, but it's going to be a different storyline, so we'll see. I read I Dream of Twyla, A Wicked Witches of the Midwest short by Amanda M. Lee. I read books 1 and 2 of the Beechwood Harbor Ghost Mysteries by Danielle Garrett. I read the Witch Myth series by Alexandria Clark. And then I've read books 1 through 5, and I'm reading book 6 of the Black Cat Cafe Cozy Mystery series by Lindsay Cole.
There's a cat cafe.
Yes, and their aprons have cats on them.
And they only have black cats?
Yes, I think the cat's name is Stormy.
There's only one cat?
Well, they don't have, it's just, they don't have the cat in this shop. It's not a cat cafe. The name of it is the Black Cat Cafe.
Oh, okay. I see. It's a fake cat cafe.
It's not fake, it's a real cafe.
It's a fictional book!
They named it the Black Cat Cafe after the kitty that she adopted.
If it was a real cat cafe, there would be cats in it.
Sorry. And all of those fiction books are on Kindle Unlimited. I watched a lot of movies this week. A lot of Hallmark movies, because I have been madly knitting on projects, which is why I'm making so much progress on stuff. I watched Hallmark movies. I watched Falling for Vermont, Harvest Love, All of My Heart in Love, and Love Struck Cafe. They were all about love and fall.
Wow.
Yes, I know. And then we watched Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm.
So what did you think of Wonder Woman?
What did you think of it?
I liked it.
I'm sensing a but.
No, there were some things that I was confused on just because I don't know a lot about the Wonder Woman storyline.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. What did you think?
I liked it.
Okay.
What did you think?
Of what?
Wonder Woman!
It was good.
It was good.
Says it was good. And then we watched Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I was kind of on it.
Yeah, I liked the first one better.
The first one had better music, too.
Yeah. but Chris Sullivan from Hades Town was in it as one of the minor bad guys.
He wasn't a major bad guy. He was just a minor bad guy.
He was a minor bad guy.
Did he talk in a minor key?
Well, most of his songs in Hades Town are minor.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it was okay. It wasn't...
In the minor key, not minor songs. He's the narrator.
Okay. Okay, and then I marathoned season 1 of Chesapeake Shores, which is another Hallmark.
If you don't know anything about it, it sounds kind of like Jersey Shore.
Yeah, but it's not. It's
Thank goodness.
It's the female lead in it is the lady who played Red in Once Upon a Time, Red Riding Hood. And then one of her sisters is the daughter from season 1 of Sanctuary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's about this family with 3 daughters and 2 sons, and they're adults and they've grown up, and then a family situation brings them all back together in Chesapeake Shores is the name of the town and everything. So the first season had, I think, 9 episodes, and then I've got season 2 ready to watch. So, do you want to talk about the next thing? Because I've been talking a lot. I'm going to have some coffee.
Sure. We are watching season 15 of NCIS. It's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is what she wrote, not me. Ducky is taking a semester off to teach and write a book. Abby is leaving at the end of the season, open parentheses.
That's a frowny face. Abby's leaving.
Can you do the frowny face?
I'm very sad that she's leaving.
Sorry.
She's one of my favorite characters from the show. So, yeah. So I think that Ducky is probably going to be ending it this way. I mean, like that I don't think he's going to come back. I mean, like permanently. I think that's probably how they're going to end his time on the show. And then the Hubs and I are watching season 4 of NCIS New Orleans.
No.
Pride is being watched by the higher-ups to make sure he's following protocols, because he was not following protocols and there was problems.
Ooh.
I know. The Hubs and I finished watching season 3 of The Flash, and we decided to watch season 4 in real time because several of the other shows we watched have ended or were canceled or whatever. So we're watching it in real time. So, in the end of season 3, HR died to save Iris, and then Barry goes into the Speed Force to stabilize it before it destroys the Earth, and that's how it ended. And then season 4 started. Caitlin is back, but Killer Frost keeps trying to take over her body. Barry is back from the Speed Force, and the Thinker is the villain this season.
Who's the Thinker?
He thinks of things.
What kind of name is the Thinker?
That's his name,
That's
the Thinker.
the name of the statue.
That's his name.
It's a ridiculous name.
You want to talk about the next one?
We're watching season 5 of The Blacklist.
Mm-hmm.
This is what she wrote. Raymond got a plane by tricking an arms dealer and getting him arrested. The end.
Yes.
He always has an ulterior motive.
Yes, he does. You can do the next one, too.
And we're watching season 13 of Criminal Minds, and Rose Abdu from Gilmore Girls was in this episode.
Yeah. I saw her name on the screen, and I was like, wait, isn't she from Gilmore Girls?
No, you didn't. I was the one who said she's from Gilmore Girls. You thought the name sounded familiar, but you couldn't place her.
No, I
placed her before you opened IMDb.
No, I said, isn't she from Gilmore Girls? And you were like, oh, maybe. That's how it happened. I'm watching series 8 of Doc Martin. Doc helped Morwena's mom, who thought she was dying from cancer, but she wasn't. And then season 13 of Supernatural started. So Lucifer is keeping Mary alive because he needs her for something. We'll see. Jack, which is the Nephilim, so Lucifer's son, is looking for Castiel because he thinks Castiel is his father. But Castiel is dead, and Sam and Dean burned his body. So is that everything with Castiel? So I'm interested to see where they're going to go with this storyline. We know that Crowley is not coming back.
Okay.
But we will have to see about Castiel because nobody is ever really dead in this show. They bring back everybody. I'm watching season 6 of Arrow. So William's mom died and he blames Oliver. William is Oliver's son. And Thea is in a coma from the explosion on the island. And we have Earth 2's Laurel / Black Canary, and she's very bad. Very bad. And then at the very end of the episode, Green Arrow's identity as Oliver Queen was revealed to the public.
On purpose?
A news station revealed it. So, and then we're watching season 9 of NCIS LA. Sam is moving onto a boat. And the new director...
Why?
Because his wife was killed and he got rid of his house and is trying to figure out life without his wife. So he's moving onto a boat. And the new director wants to split up the team.
Ooh.
And we don't want that. We're watching season 11 of The Big Bang Theory. Bernadette and Howard are having a son. This is their second baby. Their current baby is only 9 months old and they're having a baby boy. And Sheldon has his driver's license and he's kept it a secret for 3 years and had people drive him around. But he kind of went crazy and got a ticket for going over 120 miles an hour in the desert.
Okay.
That's not good. You want to talk about the next one? Supergirl.
Hold on. We are watching season 3 of Supergirl. Her name is Sam. The lady with possible superpowers is Sam.
Okay.
And she is running L Corp.
Yeah,
now.
because Lena is at Catco.
Yes.
And everybody's having to adjust to that. I think that Kara is going to eventually tell her that she's Supergirl.
I thought she already had, but I guess I forgot.
No, she hasn't. Or if she did, she forgot. Like memory wipe or something. So I think they're going to have to tell her. Because it's just, especially with her being at Catco now. So, and then we're watching season 11 of Murdoch Mysteries, and it was about organ transplantation and infertility treatments for Julia. So it was kind of interesting about like them figuring out that aspirin inhibits the ability for the blood to coagulate. It was pretty interesting. So, and then I have been listening to no music this week, but you have.
But I added new songs to our playlist.
I know, but I've been marathoning TV while I knit.
So I've been listening to the Hadestown original cast recording and the Hunchback of Notre Dame original cast recording and the Preludes original cast recording.
Those original
None of
cast
these
recordings
were on Broadway. That's why they're not original Broadway cast recording.
Yes, I put the right thing. See,
Mm-hmm.
see. Okay, that is everything we have been reading, watching, and listening to this week. So let's move on to the next segment.
Ow. And now we're going to talk about our September, October, November Artistic Autumnal Owl.
That's right. So this started on the 1st of September and it runs through the 30th of November. 2 main rules. First, it's for Ravelry crafts only. So it's for any project that you knit, crochet, weave, or spin that you can convince us is related to autumn. And the second main rule is no whips are allowed. So you have to start your project the 1st of September or later and finish it by the 30th of November. Feel free to poly dip in other owls as long as it meets the rules. We have lots of lovely prizes on the screen right now. A big thank you to all of our sponsors for donating these prizes. If you'd like to know more about them, see closer up pictures, get links to the shop, you can go to
GeekyGirlsKnit.com.
That's right. And we also talk about them in detail on the first podcast of every month. You have to be a member of the Geeky Girls Knit Ravelry group in order to participate. Every project you finish, and I think that's like the 12 zillionth time that truck has driven by. Or was it a different one, maybe?
I don't know.
There's a FedEx truck that I think that...
Here comes another truck.
Oh my goodness. I wonder if they're going to get on the ferry.
You go, trucks.
That could be it.
Founders Brewing Co.
Huh.
It's beer. No, it's ale.
It's ale. Every project you finish and post in the FO thread counts as one entry into the giveaways. The hashtag is GGK Autumn 17. We'll lock the FO thread the morning of the 1st of December, and winners will be drawn on the next podcast after that. If you are a winner, you'll have 30 days to claim your prize, or you forfeit it. There's a chatter thread in the Ravelry group where you can encourage each other as you work, and that's also where Dammy gives shout-outs to everyone who finishes stuff, as well as on the podcast. So, Dammy, who finished projects this week?
Okay. Amy Knit Two Together, BZ Mom of Two, Collie and Stitch Girl, Crafty Sarah, Crafts Untold. Is that in the right alphabetical order? No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Oops. Oh well. D-Door 4, Delaney 33, DJID, DKF Mom, Philippa MC, Frymeister, Inagata Danita, Inky Minky 184, Jalarima, Jennifer Reels, JP Music 15, Karen Louise 59, Kirsty S, Knit Central, Nitty Moomin, Lane L, Lil Angel SG2, Love of the Dark, El McCall. That's not in the right alphabetical order either.
Dammy, you've forgotten your alphabet this week.
And those are the ones I did today, so I didn't have enough coffee.
You've turned 18 and you can't remember the alphabet anymore.
MD Quilter, Mystery Sower, Phoenix Fire, Psycho Hulakian, Pukaz Legrada, SOE Dragon, Sylvia 1002, Tabby S80, Valley 65, VT Kimmy Kim, and What Angel 8.
Great job, everybody. So keep working on those projects, get them posted in the FO thread, and you might be a winner. You have a little under a month and a half to go. All right, let's move on to the next segment.
And now it's time for Ask the Geeky Girls, the part of our show where you ask us things and we try to answer them.
That's right. So what is this week's question?
This week's question comes from Valerie, who is Valley65 from Oregon. For both of you, what age did you start designing patterns, and what motivates you to design a pattern?
I consider my first really, official major pattern to be Rescue Me Chinboy and Show Me the Stars, Doctor Who inspired socks.
That was 20.
13,
Yes.
March of 2013. So I would have been like 35 and a half.
And a half.
35 and a half, because my birthday's in October. Right? Isn't that right?
Yes, your birthday is in October.
No, 35 and a half.
I don't know.
Yeah, 35 and a
I should
half.
have done this math before we started this.
So how old were you when you released your first pattern?
It was July 2016, so I was 16.
Yes. Because you turned 17 in October.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there you go. That's how old we
See,
were.
I knew. I know how to do math.
Well, you turn 40 and you forget your number skills. You turn 18, you forget the alphabet. You turn 40.
I hadn't had enough coffee. I put it in with the right beginning letter.
You turn 40, you forget your numbers. What motivates you to design a pattern?
What makes you design a pattern?
It's usually an inspiration of something geeky. So Doctor Who, Firefly, Outlander, Hamilton, which isn't really geeky, but it's kind of got that fandom association around it. I'm trying to think what other ones I've done. I've done lots of Doctor Who. Lots and lots and lots of Doctor Who. Coffee, obviously. Oh, yeah, we did White Christmas. I did Gilmore Girls.
We could do a bunch of ones inspired by stage musicals.
We could. That'd be kind of fun. And then obviously coffee with our first two books, all are about coffee. Yeah, so it's usually some kind of geeky or fandom inspiration, or things that we love. The new book is inspired by Pink, because you don't know that I love Pink, do you? What about you? What motivates you?
You telling me you gotta design a pattern? Or 4 patterns? Yeah.
So you did 2 patterns for the coffee book, the second
and
coffee
2
book.
patterns for the White Christmas ebook. And then I did the first one, the elementary one.
Yes.
Last July? Yeah, that was last July.
And then now you're working on a Hadestown collection.
Yes, I'm prioritizing the tickled pink stuff, but then I'm really getting back into the Hadestown one because I want to release it, because if Hadestown moves to Broadway, it will probably be in spring or autumn of next year. Probably not summer because not a lot opens during summer.
Okay.
But I want to line it up for that.
Okay. Because they're about to do their
Out of town tryout, aka pre-Broadway tryout, in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada.
Yes.
At the Citadel Theater.
Yes. So that tends to be what it inspires us, doing something that we enjoy watching, whether it's geeky stuff or not, or we love coffee, or the pattern that's releasing when this episode goes live, the podcast, the 5th year anniversary of the podcast. It is going to be my 51st pattern that I've released. That's a lot of patterns.
These tickled pink ones will be my 6, 7, 8, 9 patterns.
So
You design more than me.
yeah. Oh, Anne of Green Gables. I have an Anne of Green Gables pattern coming out this fall.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be 50.
When?
I have to work out those details with the dyer and project bag maker.
We're the same person.
Yes, they are. So that'll be 52, and then the collaboration with Julia will be 53, and then the book patterns will take me up to 57.
We get it. You design patterns.
It's my job now. So, Valerie, that was a good question. I hope we answered it sufficiently. If somebody has a question for us, what should they do?
Go to our Ask the Geeky Girls thread in our Ravelry group and post it.
All right, let's move on to the next segment. And that's the end of the show. Yay! We'd like to say a big thank you to everyone who supports the podcast in whatever way you do that. A big thank you, especially to those who financially support the podcast. There's 3 ways you can do that. First up is via Patreon, which is a site where you pledge a certain amount a month to your favorite creatives, and you earn rewards based on the level you donate at. If you'd like to know more about this or want to sign up, go to
patreon.com/geekygirlsnet.
Yes. What else?
Yeah, you have to do the transition thing.
What else, Tammy?
There's a PayPal button in the sidebar of our website if you would like to make a one-time donation.
And we are amazon.com.co.uk and .canada affiliates. If you click through our website first before you shop on Amazon, then Amazon gives us a little money back based on what you purchased. It doesn't cost you anything extra, and it's a great way to support the podcast, doing something you'd be doing anyway. So if you'd like to know more about any of those things or want to find us online, go to
geekygirlsnet.com, and there are links to everywhere else you can find us online: YouTube, iTunes, Ravelry, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc.
That's right. Well, with that, we're going to tell you goodbye. We hope you have a lovely rest of your week. Don't forget to get the Geeky Girls Knit 5th Podiversary sock pattern while it's on sale. GGK5 is the coupon code. And we'll be back with you again next week. Have a great one. Happy knitting.
Wait for it.
Oh, Mama's cleaning baby's face. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh. goodness. Baby kitties. You should go follow this account because it will make you so happy. I think I've watched almost all of the videos.